So if the question is, what advice or what opportunity sets are out there that are technology-driven that are of interest to us, I can opine on that. And I agree with you. Regulatory compliance is a huge issue. Certainly integrating with state compliance, the different regs across the states, of course. But I would say, as a word of advice, we would look at the companies that we get most excited about, and we have an aversion to solutions that are temporary or solutions that are just band-aids because there's a problem in the market today. So there's been a number of companies that come to us to pitch opportunities, et cetera, and we're looking at the business as having a very short life cycle, having a solution. It might be a point of pain today, but I would caution everybody to look at it and say, is this going to be a problem after the next bounce of the ball, and what happens after that, and what happens with it? Because the only thing that will be consistent will be change and a dynamic environment that you need to be compliant with, but that doesn't always necessarily mean that you're building a business for long-term value that justifies the kind of capital formation that people are looking for.
So what have you been seeing from all of your research that your brands are doing to educate consumers better, and what can they do?
So we are pretty selective. We've made one investment in a brand or consumer brand, and it's actually in Ricky Williams' company, NFL player. We like that because they've a great management team. They've been at it for a while, so kind of gone through a lot of the early, challenges. And this is somebody who is truly authentic in their approach. This is somebody who walked away from an NFL career and tens of millions of dollars because he was fundamentally self-medicating for his injuries and believed wholeheartedly in cannabis and holistic medicine as a way to treat that, and wanted to stay true to himself and not walk away from his beliefs and just way ahead of his time, right? So I'm coming into question, and it's that education is the biggest thing in terms of the healthcare components of it, right, or how people experience the product. And there's just so much noise in the market and so many challenges for companies out there that are trying to, do a quick land grab. We don't like to invest in any businesses that we could otherwise set up ourselves in a week with 10 grand, right? Like, you have a website and stuff there, so that doesn't speak to the true opportunity set. And when you start to look at having to peel back the onion and look at what the real qualities are, it's going to be really difficult to have a brand that stands above the rest. What we have seen is the data showing us that there's not a lot of brand affinity on the recreational side, certainly not a lot of brand affinity across state lines. The dispensaries, if that's your only channel to market, you're really looking at a competitor that you're selling to because they all have their own white label products. And they really don't care what's on the shelves as long as there's something on the shelves for people to buy. So you're not getting the pull demand of consumers going in saying, hey, I need that. Then the other thing we're seeing as well is a lot of lack of authenticity in the celebrity brand side, where consumers are actually shying away from big celebrities putting their names on things and coming in because it just doesn't have the authenticity, or it doesn't map to the types of products that they're used to using personally and the effects that they want to see and want to get. So I think it's definitely complicated. It's something that we're probably not going to do a lot more of on the brand side. But without question, education is the number one component. And again, the reason that I spent part of my life writing this book this year was to help educate entrepreneurs around the business elements that you need to master in order to be successful. So that's where we focus.
Hi, I'd love to know what you think the American approach to tackling Europe will be.
That's a loaded question. In terms of tech?
I guess in terms of American companies trying to grab market share or open up the market.
I'll leave it to one of the VCs. Stay in the software world.
I'll pass it to Ross, but I'll very quickly just say that I think American companies and Canadian companies have enough problems right now trying to penetrate the markets that they're in, trying to overcome the obstacles of the liquidity in the public markets that have been oversold. I know that there's a few large companies that are looking to try and penetrate into Europe. I do think Europe, from an investment standpoint, is very attractive, and we are looking there. But in terms of American companies moving over there, I personally see that as a challenge right now. Most of the companies that we work with are telling them to stay home, fix the problems that you have here before you look to expand.
Thanks. So I'm not sure that the question, I think the phrasing of the question deserves a little exploration, in that you said American companies tackling the European market, assuming that the American companies need to have a go-to-market strategy overseas. I think it's actually the other way around as well. So it's not just tackling one over the other. I'm not the right person to opine on international expansion strategies either direction, but what I can tell you is we do have an international lens in where we want to put our investment dollars. We will focus in the U.S. Certainly for this first fund and probably fund 2 as well, but we're going to be paying attention to where that's going because there are so many great opportunities here domestically. But we also have the former president of Mexico, Cindy Fox, is on our advisory board. So we like to look at companies that have an intention to go internationally, look at different pathways. We don't necessarily want to be investing in that today, but if there are opportunity sets that map internationally, that's definitely something that we have interest in.